Many of the conversations that we've seen have centered on policies or initiatives surrounding diversity, equity, and inclusion. In today's Newsmakers segment, we talk to Medical Alley's Alexis Kochanski about how the medical device industry is sharing their ideas. How would you describe Medical Alley?
Medical Alley is the global epicenter of health innovation and care. So just how folks think of Silicon Valley, you think about Google, Uber, and a lot of that tech innovation. A lot of that innovation in the health space is happening here in Minnesota's Medical Alley. So our association comprises of over 600 member companies that span the entire ecosystem of health innovation and care. So we have payers, providers, medical device companies, contract manufacturing organizations, and also biotechnology as we think about Takeda Pharmaceuticals, which is right in the backyard of this station. So
absolutely. Now we've seen workplaces put more emphasis on diverse, equitable, and inclusive initiatives in the past few months. What have you seen?
You know, I've seen a renewed energy around this issue. You know, DE&I is not something that's new to these organizations, but I will say with recent events, you know, the George Floyd killing, a lot of these socioeconomic and disparities around things happening in the community have really re-energized these companies' initiatives around these issues. So we're seeing a lot of smaller companies interested in how to get started. We're seeing larger companies continuing to want to share what they've been doing. And so we launched a website on medicalalley.org that focuses on our member companies' efforts internally in their organizations on DE&I and also externally in the community. So we've been seeing a lot of great stuff. For example, one that's caught my eye is a STEM program with Abbott. They partner with high schools across the metro area, and it really is all about focusing on diverse communities and changing the face of STEM as it relates to women in particular. And the last thing I'll say about them too, which is really exciting, is that they've created a blueprint, and it is scalable for smaller organizations to large ones. So anyone can read that blueprint and apply it. And we've been loving to see other ways that our companies have been doing work on this.
So if other companies are looking to expand their DEI efforts, what are some of the things they should do?
Yeah, well, first I would definitely say come check out medicalalley.org, our DE&I page, which leverages all of the great work that our member companies are doing. I think that there's a lot there to kind of learn from. We've been doing a lot of different podcasts. We have great webinars. So that's a good resource space and content. But in particular, from what I've been hearing, really reevaluating missions and values of your organization and identifying ways that you can embed DE&I in them. I think, the most effective strategies have been folks that aren't trying to put DE&I on a table somewhere that they pull from when it's convenient, but it's really, really, really embedded in the work that they do every day. I would also say listening to your workforce, hearing them, understanding, is your company really inclusive? What could be changed? What could make things better? I think that that's really helpful. And the last thing I'll say is around community engagement. I think that a lot of the issues, especially pertaining to health equity, can be addressed by just connecting with your community and sometimes starting small. And so there's lots of opportunities, but I would definitely encourage everyone to check out medicalalley.org.
Lots of good stuff there. All right, thank you, Alexis.
Thank you.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.